thrilled to be here and actually feeling really funny after the first presentation because I realized that I am absolutely not a professional in WordPress. And I think like 100% of people here are WordPress specialists. Can you raise your hand if you're a WordPress specialist?
There are a lot of levels.
But looking at this, I'm really, really far away from this, really. So the way I work with WordPress is really on the basic level, and I even work with another freelancer who helps me to build the website. So basically, I feel a little bit out of the place, and I don't really think that I will be useful for any of you here, but since I am here, I have to present what I was supposed to present. And to compensate my lack of knowledge in WordPress, I will bring forward my story. So at least you could learn what I do and maybe benefit somehow by asking me questions or maybe talking to me after the presentation. So my name is Boroshok. I was born in the seventh largest desert in the world, in the country called Uzbekistan, if you heard about country like that. So I graduated from got my first bachelor degree in Uzbekistan, doing useless international relations things because I was dreaming about becoming a diplomat, but that never happened. So I moved to Poland for my first degree in politics and society. Also not too related to WordPress, you can imagine. Then I moved to Italy to get my second master in cooperation and development. And I ended up in Ethiopia working as a sociologist, which is also very far away from coding WordPress and websites and stuff like that. But realizing that non-profit sector doesn't really work in helping third world to become richer or to become more well-off, I decided to quit that field, even though I was working towards it for several years. And I switched to commercial sector. And I went to Ireland, where I worked for 4 years in Google European headquarters as an AdWords specialist. So this is a little bit more on your side, but still quite far away. You know what WordPress is. AdWords. Yeah, you all know. So for 4 years I was working as a specialist with AdWords, working with large clients, dealing with big revenues. And then after 4 years I understood that I want to see how small companies work, because you can see all the departments working together and you learn how a business can actually work as a whole. That's why I left Google, even though there were a lot of perks and it was fun and the salary was really good, and I went to Belgium and my salary went, phew, twice less, but okay, I was searching for new experiences and I started working in Antwerp for a small company called Online Heroes, which I recently quit to try to be a freelancer. So I'm now freelancing and being a consultant mainly for startups, helping startups to build and layer out the digital marketing strategy, to give them the tools, to give them the knowledge, so they would grab that all and just start growing. So this is the story. And what I was going to tell you about, and which is not really useful for you, but still. Okay, I will tell you about my blog, which I started something like 3 years ago, because I like writing. And I just show you how it looks like. And it's called IQ Lorries. Don't ask me why. That was the weird idea about putting IQ and Loris together, because IQ is smart and Loris is cute. Okay. here we go. So I didn't really build it by myself, and this is when I first got to know WordPress, and I started working with freelancers. So back then I just found a static template, which I can just quickly show you. This is the original template. And working with the freelancer, we came to this kind of template. So I will go through plugins, which I think are quite interesting for engagement of your clients. But I'm a little bit afraid that you actually already know all of them. Just going to sit down. Okay, so the slider you see on the side is actually SumoMe, and that came after the social buttons were installed together with the freelancer, and it was a little bit consuming back then. And not so long ago, I discovered about SumoMe plugin, which you basically install, activate, and in a second, the slider is on your website. So when you slide, it actually follows the flow. So anytime the customer can share or like the post. Then another interesting plugin I have discovered, and I think it's called OnePress Social Locker. Yeah, OnePress Social Locker. This is me when I was writing an article how I got a job on Google. So basically what that plugin does, it locks your article wherever you want it. There you can see this. So actually very, very easily done as well with this plugin. So why do you use it is to capture more users. So for many bloggers, the main problem is to attract and retain the users. So this plugin really helps to get those users who just come, read, and leave your blog. But of course, you need to have very engaging content that the person would be willing to do something like this, to go and unlock the content by liking, for example, the article.
What was the name of it?
It's called OnePress Social Locker. Maybe I just can show it here. I don't see it. Yeah, maybe I can just send later. So another thing which I find quite useful is contextual related posts. This is a plugin installed for me by the freelancer I work with. So what it does, it just scans your article, it scans other articles on your blog, on your website, and it pulls in related articles under the article. Again, the reason why you would do that is to engage the customer and make the customer to stay longer on your website. Well, of course, I use Yoast, and yeah, you all perfectly know about it. There is an image reducer, which is not really a plugin, but it's an external tool, which is called Riot. Has anyone heard about it? So it's basically an image optimizing tool that helps you to optimize an image actually before you upload it to your website. And then I have BJ Lazy Load for optimizing the images. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so this is the plugin that optimizes images on your website so they wouldn't load for too long. And I also use Next scripts for automatic scripts. Hello. Yeah. So this is the plugin that enables automatic posting on social networks. So for example, if I post an article, I don't need to go one social network to another social network, wasting my time. So once the article ready, I push one button and it gets published on all social networks I want. There is another plugin which I know but I don't use, which does a similar thing, is Blog to Social. And this is basically it. All the other plugins, they mainly downloaded, uploaded by my freelancer, so I don't even know what, what they're all for. Now actually I'm working on a new website, because this blog is really for fun, and it's really for brand building, because it's not monetized and I don't really earn any money on that apart peanuts from AdSense. But now I'm building a platform which I want to monetize, and I want it to be a platform, online platform, that allows people to learn online from A to Z on how to build and promote online business. But maybe I will present it during some other meetings, because it's really just a draft. But the good thing that I can tell from the standpoint of a digital marketing specialist, that I built now this website with knowledge of how a selling landing page works. So for example, it's very important to have unique value proposition, like a punch in the eye always. A lot of people and businesses really forget about it. So people come on your website, they don't understand in the first, I don't know, 5-10 seconds what you do, they can leave. So the first thing you need to do is to write a very good, unique value proposition and make it big. And make it the first thing people see. Then you usually indicate the fears of people, because we are basically operating on our fears as human beings. And the mistakes usually businesses do, they put positive pictures. It's like I don't know what example to bring, a lot of coaches I deal with. By taking my course, you will be a happy camper, you know. And people cannot really connect to that because they're not happy campers yet. So they first need to see the pain, connecting to that pain on your website, and then they feel more engaged. Then you really need to write down and specify what you are going to give to your clients, because usually businesses put something very general and they expect clients to come to contact them, maybe to give a call, and then they never call you because they don't even know and they don't even understand what you do. So it's very important to list exactly what you're going to give to a customer. The benefits. Yeah. It was about the bar. They're closing it. We need to get drinks? No? Okay. Yeah, I will just continue. So you need to indicate, actually, after listing the fears, you need to show the picture to the client. This is a really bad one, it's a draft. Don't judge me too harsh. But you need to show the customer what are they going to get, how they are going to feel when they get your product. What is their feeling? What is the output they are going to get when they complete your training, when they buy your product, when they use their product, what they will really get. You need to show them. And yeah, sorry, a little bit too much about myself. It's not finished. And then you need to show your face. Why? Because the trends of 2017 would be really content and storytelling. Because there are so many businesses popping up nowadays. There is so much information flowing through us that we don't pay attention to things. So when there is a company offering you services, we don't really pay attention to it anymore. But when you catch a customer with your story, when you bring in your story, people start to pay attention. They see that there is a real person behind working on that product or that training or whatever it is for maybe many years. And companies forget to bring it up because for some products, people spend their lifetime. So it's very important to bring your own story. And there is not everything yet on the website, but for example, social proof is also very important to indicate on your landing pages. By social proof, I mean you can post awards, you can post articles which were written about you by journalists, by magazines, by anything. So people would come to your website, they would see, oh, someone wrote about the person, it must be worth of actually reading the content or buying the product or anything. And engage with the plugins, social plugins. Yeah, that's basically it. I don't know how useful it was for you, really. Yeah, but yeah, I'm on social networks. You can always connect to me, and we can network and exchange experience because WordPress is definitely something I'm liking in, but I have digital marketing knowledge.